in your
Thank you
head.
very much, Tsunami. What are your thoughts on this, on these drafts? Who do you feel is going to win this game?
If the teams were, in my head, you know, even level, I would actually quite like the Omega draft. Simply because it's T1. You know, last season they let me down a lot. They can't possibly do it again. Like, no way. I'm gonna go with T1. Simply because in my head they're a better team, should be more structured, you know. And the sniper potentially is gonna have a tough lane. Because this Omniknight got movement speed buffs. It gets on top of him with the Legion aura. Be a bit tough.
Just seems like a weird little draft from them. I don't know, based on what we've seen them play before. Obviously things have changed.
Them as in Omega?
No, T1.
Okay, yeah. Sure.
I feel like Cuckoo, I don't know, I expect him to be on something different than Omniknight.
Yeah, it's not typically a hero you would associate with Cuckoo.
Yeah.
30 seconds.
I'm sure you can play. I mean, how hard is it? You know, to repel your Tiny or Juggernaut? Press R. Alright, I'll do my job.
Not sometimes a hard hero to play.
It is. I mean, position is your key. You have a lot of silence and stunts and stuff. But.
I know for my brother it was a hard hero back in the day. He was getting chased. I was playing with some friends. I introduced my brother into Dota. I was trying to have him make a good first impression. He repels the opponent Timber Saw.
Nice.
My team dies, and that was the last time my friends and him played together.
Not surprised. Dota destroying friendships since 1999.
A long time.
Yeah, it's. I gotta admit, I really feel like Omega's draft is quite a bit better. Like, it's gonna be super hard to play the mid late game here. Yeah, my boy 23. Oh, he's 23.
Alone.
And the Jug still, like, it didn't get a big enough nerf where I think Jug is, like, still not super good as a hero.
You don't like Jug?
No, I think he's great.
Oh, he's really good, yeah.
I think he's really strong right now, and there wasn't much changed.
Yeah, not much at all. They're also playing core Tiny, not support Tiny. And he should have a pretty decent lane against
bottom lane, Sam H taking a lot of damage. Fake hype, sorry.
Has been killed.
Fury was on him the entire time, thought he might die.
That's what happens. Play Fury.
Denied.
So, how do you feel about Carl on this Tiny in this situation? Last series we saw Tiny in the 4, we saw Tiny in the 2. Both times it got devastated. Do you believe that the Tiny's going to have a better matchup here? And, like, what are you expecting from a Tiny?
Well, it's a decent matchup for Tiny. He should be able to get a fast, probably blink early on and make quite a bit of space. He will have an Omniknight to play around with it like 34, I believe, now extra strength. How much is it? 32 extra strength from the Omniknight. Heavenly Grace, like, he's gonna be super tanky, really hard to bring down, and he's gonna be causing a lot of chaos here. Once his blink is up, the sniper can't really feel safe anymore.
What the sniper can do. I think I haven't given a prediction, but I'm gonna go with T1. Just, I like the Jug, you know? I have a lot of faith in the Jug, and the Jug Omni combo seems like it could be really strong to me, but...
It is. But it also indirectly amplifies, or rather directly amplifies the healing ward. Once you get more health regen, if you have more max health. 32 strength is 640 max health, which is quite a bit.
And then on top of that, like, we've just seen Lion, like, throughout the major, we saw Lion and Shadow Shaman be very strong. And, like, I still expect that here from the Lion to be strong. Like, that Hex is just so crucial, I feel like, when you eventually, I would say Zephyr, when he gets that Blink Dagger, can be in a spot to really open up this game for them and make them feel confident in making jumps.
It's somewhat of a tough line game because they have the Hawk, they have the Vendetta,
right?
They have a couple of silences, even a Stampede, you know, could cause problems. But yeah, he definitely has the potential to make a lot of plays happen. Power toss.
Carl is in front of Max. He's got the damage right now, though.
Toss him into the tower, just dealing a bit of damage. But of course, bottle meta. Everyone will health again in no time.
Yeah.
As so far, looking pretty decent across the board. Very even.
Even for the most part, yeah. I mean, the supports one apiece even there on all 4 supports.
Yeah. We really have to wait for the B6. Maybe Tiny to pick up a good rune. Jack a little bit of trouble here. And he did not skill healing ward. But of course, Whitemon. He's a nice, good fella, you know. I'm gonna give you my gold. Carry me 23. Solving him straight back up.
Seeing if 23 can be the carry that they need.
You do not deserve this.
It was the switch from Jackie, right, to 23?
Yes.
23 had a stint with Boom in the last season, then he went to T1.
And admittedly, he looked a lot better in Boom. But of course, the competition in much higher.
Yeah.
Radiant are scanning.
It'll be interesting to see how he performs throughout this season and really what he brings to the table coming in. Avalanche use, pick up that water rune. Carl gets control of that. But both mids picking up a water rune, sustaining. Even overall still.
Purify!
Actually perfectly even, 22 and 2. Both of them.
Yep, as always. It's just a matchup where there can't really be any kill happening.
Ooh, first blood coming out. Cuckoo getting the kill on a Tino, and there will be a trade. CML takes out Zephyr, and it will be a 1-for-1, but you lose that sniper.
I mean, that's what we said, you know, Omniknight with boots gets on top of you. You're not the fastest here, you're sitting at 285, the Legion are at like 260. You're just gonna get run down, no problem.
What's the build look like right now for an Omniknight in terms of like the skills? Are you going heavy in the degen aura earlier, or
They're probably gonna be 4-for-1.
okay?
Or maybe.
So this is the value
something
point. It's
like
already
that,
there.
Yeah, exactly. Like Legion are level 1 scale best, 10%, and 8% with every other level. But you just want to be the support hero that really just empowers your tiny.
Right.
You want to have the level 4 grades up ASAP. Another tower toss, Lions
Yeah,
as
they've
well.
got him.
Very well done. Good TP here by Zephyr. It's always the case, like you plus 4 dice, more often than not he will TP back to the mid lane, you know, refill the bottle, try to get a kill. They got it right there. A little bit of a mistake by the Beastmaster getting tossed to the tower.
And I really do think that both cores on these teams can really make movements over towards mid, but it's certainly going to feel really strong when Lion comes over, has the Hex, has the stun, all that control available to make things really difficult for the side of Omega, especially, you know, very difficult for Mac.
Definitely. Yeah, there's still a lot of combo damage available here with that Skyram. Once he's 6, Centaur to set up, has Nyx to set up, and has the Roar to set up. It's going to be a very big and important piece here for this Dire team come mid-game.
To see if we see something different from the Tiny, because I just feel like both games I was disappointed with, you know, all this hype on Tiny.
It's hard to make it work.
Yeah.
It is. You need to have a pretty good game to make it work. Not. Whoa. Okay, he spinned out of an auto. There was a little bit of panic, you could tell.
Yeah.
Like, oh.
That was a late spin after the hit already came through.
I mean, it was an auto tech anyway, which doesn't.
He was fine.
Yeah,
like,
exactly. But healing what up, so it's gonna be fine in no time.
he's given a tango, so he's gonna have that extra bit of heal, and he'll be able to sustain a lane. It's scary. I mean, yeah, you could see a little bit of fear, a late Q, and all of a sudden might not feel comfortable. Yeah, they're gonna go in. Carl with Zephyr over here going after Shanks. They get the kill on the Skywrath. It's Inkswell after the kill. I don't know what they were really looking for. They don't kill the Centaur, nor do I think that should be their target going bottom. I don't know if they'd have the damage to get the kill right away.
He's very tanky with that Hood first. Sitting at 1200 health plus the Hood active. And even the Fairy Fire as well. Oh, they're stealing the stacks here on the Beastmaster. Triple stack. One more act should do the trick.
They really need to try and control this. Mac getting away with a lot. Whoa. Cleaning up, and he's really jumped up. That stack now has him at 59 and 3. His net worth is 600 ahead.
Yeah. And we have seen this power of Beastmaster so many times. He gets fast Aghanim's, he just take over the game. As I said, the Sky Draft looks really, really scary. Like, once they get online with all the items. Sniper. Okay, going to the Shrapnel now. You need that to really flash time on that hero.
Right.
I was a bit worried as he went 2 in the passives.
2-2-2 so far. Avalanche toss coming through with the Inkswell. They've got a lockdown on a CML, who will throw out a stun but miss everyone. Despite Carapace, the chase is on. Cuckoo trying to help out Carl. They go to the Stampede. CML, he's getting away. The Primal War was used. Zephyr goes down. They will finally get a trade, a 1-for-1. Sure, that was exactly how they thought it would go for T1. A little sloppy on both sides.
Little sloppy, yes. Scarif here. Just silence him up in time.
Avalanche toss
Radiant's
and
middle tower
Shanks is
is
just
under
dead to
attack.
Carl.
I'm very surprised they didn't silence that vision on him. A little bit of a slow reaction from Shanks, but Carl's going to be very happy about it.
Yeah, for sure. I guess I have the same expectations on Omega that I did in the previous series of Loga. Can you bring more to the table? I made the comparison last series of, you know, LBZS, Magma, Vice. Can you get past that 15-minute mark? A lot of these teams that have been in the bottom end or, you know, have come up from promotion or close on the cusp, they've gone from, you know, good laning phases, but then we just see a big drop-off after that. I want to see if Omega can
Radiant's
break the
bottom
mold
tower
and show us
is
a little
under
bit more
attack.
past that point, because they've played well up to this point.
What we have seen so far from them, they look a little bit more sophisticated than like Lilgun and Execration. So I'm going to give them a lot more credit when it comes to the mid game. But it's still T1. You know, like they're leading by 1k right now. It's going to be test either way.
Yeah.
However, they're setting themselves up for success already. Up 1k, soon to be 2k. Very good job for themselves.
Closer and closer to the Ags on map. You've got Blink Dagger being built for the Tiny. If Carl can get to this quickly, I'm scared Omega might get shut down if the proper movements come from T1 now having that Blink when he gets it.
Yeah, he really needs to snowball starting with the Blink because his Beastmaster is farming away a Storm. Already a
Looking over Zephyr, has the Hex on the Nyx Assassin. They'll follow that up with a stun over the Stampede. They're bringing over 4 heroes to freeze this fight. They're trying to get into Carl. He's taking a lot of this damage, but they've got the Primal War. Omni trying to help out. Carl is going to get assassinated and killed off. Omni slash, there's the finger, back drops. The Nyx Assassin gets away within the Vendetta, and another trade,
Radiant's
1 for 1.
bottom tower is
Mid
under
laners
attack.
traded out.
Radiant
There you can
structures
trade across
are
the board.
fortified.
I mean, you could see how long it took them to kill the Tiny. With that Repel on, or Heavenly Grace rather, sitting at a good 2.1k health.
Radiant's
Good status
bottom
resistance
tower
is very
has
hard to kill.
fallen.
But, you know, killing that Tiny, he's the pace setter of the game. Very far away from
Dire's
his game,
top
still
tower
over
is
1,000
under
gold.
attack.
Sniper went for Midas. We'll go to the cooldown reduction talent then.
3 coming over mid.
Dire's structures are
Away
fortified.
Cuckoo.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Everyone is
They
here.
want to fight.
Dire's
5
top
heroes
tower
mid.
is under
You gotta
attack.
give up this tower. It doesn't look like they're gonna move
Radiant's
over
middle tower
and try and
is under
defend it.
attack.
Kind of TP, but it doesn't seem like there's any possibility to really defend this. Vanguard look at the set tower, it's also very
Radiant's
rich.
middle tower has
The early game
fallen.
is looking amazing for Omega.
Yeah. They've cut down the tier 1 mid, the tier 1 bottom. That's the proper steps. You know, it really is going to squeeze this map. You don't have a Battle Fury yet for the Jug. He is pretty close
Dire's
to it.
top tower
I guess
is
the
under
question
attack.
is now, what can T1 do to keep
Radiant
that
are
space
scanning.
open for 23 and make sure that once he gets that Battle Fury, he can really exponentially move forward in terms of network.
Use that Blink Dagger on Tiny first to be really able to get some kills in combination with the Grimstock and Lion. Till then, they're a little bit limited in terms of mobility. Maybe, you know, I should have just been like cost, do the analysis based on the draft rather than the team. We'll see what pays off in the end.
We'll see who gets there.
Yeah. 200 gold until he has a Battle Fury. He's still really damn rich on the Juggernaut. Minute 13 Treads Battle Fury is very farm.
Yeah, he's keeping up with the Beastmaster like neck and neck. But all 3 cores on Omega are farming really well. I've actually never seen it. Not never. But it's rare that you see all 3 cores going up at the same speed in terms of net worth and still beating out the other side by quite a bit.
Little efficiency error here on Tino. The Midas before skill in the cooldown talent. Disappointed. 15% efficiency gone. Top 15%.
A lot of percent.
Dire's top
is.
tower is
There's only
under attack.
100% to play with.
Exactly. 15 is 15. Exactly.
We were talking and gloating about our map before, so yeah, we're really on it today.
Yeah. Going pretty well. 3k gold in now. They're getting so much more of the map here on Omega.
They really are.
Gonna start making a move with the newly picked up Blink Dagger, and they are. Finger available as well. They're gonna run into the Centaur though. They cannot kill this guy. He is right now unkillable.
Inkswell maybe going after the Nyx Assassin. They've got the Avalanche toss and the Inkswell popping. Finger
right,
used,
finger
not
in the face.
sure that was needed, but it does get a stack.
Stack.
Stack secured. Ags picked up now for Mac. They're going to move in, try to come through mid. Omni behind them. Taking that smoke. Primal Roar as well as Mystic Flare. Look at that damage just come in. Shanks, he gets credit for the kill on the Cuckoo. You know, you lose Cuckoo, he did pop the smoke, but I mean, that's a good enough kill for them to be happy about getting.
I mean, you just see the crazy amounts of damage coming out here from this lineup. The Ancient Seal, upping pretty much all the damage from the Axis, from the double edge, from his own ult. This is a super good Skywrath pick. And this Juggernaut matchup against Beastmaster is also very scary. You're getting the raw through the spin. So you're always scared, no matter what time.
Cuckoo going Solar Crest, first big item.
Yeah, just
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
The question is, do they have enough time? Like, you're going to get the Solar Crest. The timing on that's going to be fine, but you still need a couple things here for the Jug to probably feel comfortable, and they're looking to get a tier 2, really shut down the map for you.
They definitely need to start to try to defend this tower here, but they have no finger. Omniknight doesn't deal the most damage.
Dire's top tower is
And
under
Grimstone
attack.
didn't even level ult yet.
We'll say they are putting the pressure on Omega, but they have left 23 to just kind of farm the other side of the map and farm their jungle.
And the problem is, they're not pressuring any towers, while Omega is just hitting their tier 2. Like, they're not pushing in any lanes. But they're probably afraid of the Centaur or Beastmaster TP, push them out off guard, but they really need to start pressuring towers. If they want to give up this tower, they're going to hit the mid.
And soon it's going to get a little bit more difficult. Sam H soon to pick up that Blink Dagger. He'll be the initiator with a Stampede potentially being what is used to start that off, or even, you know, use that as an escape. But there's so many ways that that skill can be used to really give you an advantageous position. So I'm worried for T1, who aren't really forcing Omega away. Omega kind of have their way with this game right now.
Yeah.
Radiant are
I feel like if they
scanning.
want to play this style, as I said, the Juggernaut needs to be hitting the top tower right now. Just force some TPs back and take the fight with a number advantage.
Let's just get thrown forward.
There's damage as always. Yeah, that nerf was very small. Like 10 damage less per act.
There is no dishonor.
Why not?
It still feels fine.
Yeah, still deals about 300 damage per. Keep trying to capture the Juggernaut here.
This is where, if you catch him, I think it spirals the game pretty heavily in Omega's favor if they can catch 23 out.
Yeah, they smoked here. Vendetta also popped. He has to be so careful here.
And you can tell he feels it because he's aware he's farming, right? Trying to pull the Ancients over, so if just in case.
The battlefield can cleave him though. The battlefield cleave can stun
Dire's top
him.
tower is under attack.
They've got Hawk Vision on him.
But I think he sniffed it out. I mean, it was a very obvious movement. Suddenly, all 5 heroes are gone from bottom, so not netting them any kill. And the counter smoke here. 5 men. Nyx Assassin in prime position to break the smoke, and he did.
Well, they already saw it, I believe, with the Hawk.
They did. Also saw the ward already with the sentry ward, so
Yeah.
he wards soon.
It's movements from T1, but well countered by Omega. They've played the map, and I think I've said this a few times already in the last like 3 minutes or so, but they're playing the map really well. The point here now is Zephyr's got that Blink Dagger. It's something I talked about earlier in the game where I think this could be a big moment for them if they use this Blink Dagger the right way to start off a fight. But again, I think your counter to that was, well, what about the Centaur when he's got a Blink? And
Radiant's middle tower
he can really
is under
ruin
attack.
your initiation, and he's got that Blink. He's ready to go.
Yep, he also has a Stampede. It's going to be quite difficult to take teamfights now. They just have a lack of damage on the Radiant. Like, Centaur very tanky, Beast quite tanky. Even if it's not the easiest hero to kill, they really got to find the Skywrath mage, who is like now a big portion of the damage in the sniper as well.
Dire are scanning.
Careful that he doesn't get roared.
This Arrows flying in, and that'll force the Blaze Fury already. And look at the damage right on a Whitemon. Purification, Avalanche goes through. Spike Carapace is there, tossed up in the air, but they get the kill on a Zephyr. Look over, the Power is going to be thrown over on Cuckoo. They get to go to the Omniknight. So now 2 heroes dead. Carl just running away. Omnislash is bouncing. They only get one of this in CML. Silence with the Ancient Seal on a 23. They toss him away. That might keep him alive, but the blink is rolling. The stun comes up from Sam H. They take out 23. Down goes Whitemon. Ultra kill for Matt. Wow. The amount of damage he can get out.
How could I ever doubt this Beastmaster?
300 damage done by Matt. It's insanity.
Yep, never bet against Beastmaster, and this could. Oh, Skyrock, okay, good kickoff. They still have to push it away.
Alright, the finger comes out, but they, okay. They killed the Roche. And it was snatched by Max, so not bad.
See the replay again? Whitemon cannot be out of position like that. Like, he had to repel the Grimstroke, which can never happen like you need it on the Tiny. There's just too much damage coming out from the Skyrock again. And Beastmaster, look at the X's. More X's.
More X's.
I mean, he kills the Nyx with the Omnislash, but more X's.
Another axe.
With that Ancient Seal, it deals so much damage. It gets amplified by a good 40%.
Man.
Whew. Beastmaster, man. Finest creation.
9-9. Close in kills, but not close in net worth in the moment. And you want to know what's crazy about it? Because we're talking about the Beastmaster, we're praising him because he's playing perfect. Soon you're going to have a sniper that's built up and farmed, and he doesn't even need to be close to the fight.
Oh, Grove Bow picked up on Sniper as well, and Blink Dagger. Like, it's going to be very easy for self-position and stuff.
Yeah.
Easy. I mean, these bitches are quite a bit of damage already.
Yeah, and when you've got, I would say, 3 heroes that can frontline for you, because Nyx Assassin wants to go in with the Spike Carapace as well as the Vendetta. You've got Centaur, who's naturally tanky, and the Beastmaster, who's in your face with the axes anyway. The Sniper, where does he fit into the equation for T1 of being the hero that you need to be able to kill?
They almost have a perfect RPG lineup here. Good front line, good back line DPS.
Yeah.
They're just lacking a healer. But if you have enough damage, who needs heal?
Heal me, heal me. Lost? Can I get a lost?
Can't die if you kill them.
Yeah, they just don't have a healer.
That's how it works, man.
You don't die if you don't get damaged on you.
Radiant's bottom tower
1-2 should
is
be
under
completed
attack.
here. Juggernaut pushing on the top one.
Radiant structures are fortified.
So he's got the Sun
Dire's
Nyasha.
top
Yeah.
tower
He's working
is
on the
under attack.
Ags and then the Scotty, which, if he can get to the Ags, I think that's okay. That keeps
Radiant's
him
bottom tower is
safer.
fortified.
Oh, he's going to get Lunk on. Lunk, he's caught. But not dead just yet. Ingswell trying to get him away. CPs are coming in. Soulbind used. That's going to connect the Skywrath over to the Centaur.
But for nothing.
Maybe keep
Radiant's
Omega
middle
back
tower
from
is
chasing.
under
However,
attack.
Sam H, he's got Stampede. They can close the gap.
Mac has a Blink Dagger as well. You're gonna try to go in. He has Aegis, so he can be a bit more daring.
I'm a little surprised on the lack of aggression.
Yeah.
That's giving him an out.
Money changes.
They just want to play the game slow and steady. Can't blame him. A lot of teams that keep rushing to do things, you know, they end up losing quite badly. So 6k gold lead, steadily building upon it. And they're really rich on those supports.
Yeah.
Tiny's falling behind quite a bit. And he's going full support as well. Looking rough for T1 here.
We have not seen of the 3 games of
Radiant's
Tiny
top tower is under attack.
maybe the damage dealer we were expecting.
Yeah, I thought it was going to item into damage too, but... Potentially hit
Embrace,
Nyx.
4-staff, and he blinked on him.
Radiant's top
Doesn't get the
tower
toss
is
back.
under attack.
He just lost the vision on top of the stairs.
He tried. That was a good attempt. It almost, honestly, I think
Smoke.
T1's not upset with that, because with the team there for Omega, that could have gotten him killed anyway. So he gets out of it.
It's an interesting smoky by T1 again.
Carl, Ingswell on him, but doesn't
doesn't
make the
wanna go
move.
in.
He's scared.
Yeah. He has Heavenly Grace on him and Inkswell, but he's like, guys, I don't know. It's usually a bad sign if you're Tiny with Heavenly Grace and 2.7k health is afraid to go in.
And the Solar Crest help.
And the Solar Crest. And the Omni ult.
And the Ingswell. Is going to be used onto the
Fight
Great Stroke.
over.
They look over at Whitemon. They'll get the kill. And yeah, I mean, the Dire are moving in. They're going to try and cut off Cuckoo as well as 23 at the
Radiant's middle
pass.
tower is under attack.
Silence. Stun 23! Oh!
Wow!
He just took so much damage.
I thought
Real
the fight was
fast.
over and he just walks
Radiant's
in.
middle tower is under attack.
He just got saved.
Yeah. Good job on Cuckoo there. But you can just see how hard it is now.
Avalanche toss, but this is on the Centaurs. This is the hero you really want to get. He's taking a lot of damage. All right, finger in. They kill Sam H, but that was a trade for Carl.
I do think he expected to get out of there with the Force Staff, but he was taken out immediately by the next successor stun. So again, not a really favorable
Radiant's top
trade.
tower is under
Gold.
attack. Dire's bottom
Slowly but
tower
surely
is
building.
under attack.
Okay, gold soon. And when is this Juggernaut really going to be in a position to kill anyone? He's going Aghanim's, which doesn't really give him damage. He's going into Blink Dagger, which doesn't really give him damage. But then after that, he's itemizing into damage.
So yeah, the question becomes: is he what he's got it queued as? Is that going to be the way he gets it?
Probably. If you always want to have those Ags, like we have seen a couple of people, especially in the Chinese region, kind of forgo the Ags after the nerf, just itemizing into like Butterfly, just damage overall. He still favors the Aghanim's, so have to see how that plays out for them. Because right now he is the only damage that they have.
Would you rather see him go to the Chrysalis than the Blink finish off the Daedalus after?
And to be honest, I would rather him not go for Axe at all, just like maybe Butterfly into Blink, just to be able to really threaten heroes, you know? Like your Omni Slash is to kill at least one hero, best case scenario 2. Like you jump on his beast,
They found Carl.
again, just gets blown up by the Skyrim.
Yeah, the Mystic Flare is doing so much, and it's only level 2. I mean, that combined with the Ancient Seal, of course,
And the double
and the
edge.
Veil.
Yeah. An insane amount of damage.
No
Radiant's
sorceries.
middle
This is
tower
a problem we
is
have
under
seen
attack.
repeatedly. Almost could die, but it comes up. Like the lack of damage. It just means you can never initiate a fight.
Radiant's middle
Yeah.
tower has
You don't feel
fallen.
confident going for it.
You can just see how hesitant they are here on the Radiant side to ever start a fight, because they know they don't have the damage. And this item build of Jug, as I said, doesn't really allow for that. Given damage.
Dire's structures are
Almost
fortified.
10k ahead.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
They get rougher and rougher. Honestly, I did not expect Omega to keep the game
Dire's top tower
as
is
well
under
as they
attack.
have, you know? Like I thought they were gonna break apart in the mid game. Sure, strong showing
Radiant's
the early
top
game
tower
because
is
of heroes
under
he picks,
attack.
but then the mid game will fall apart, but not at all.
I guess that also comes from what we've seen from the other teams that have been promoted to the ones towards the bottom. Like our expectations
Radiant's
just aren't
top
there.
tower has
But they're,
fallen.
I mean, this is great. They're breaking expectations.
Omega's playing really well.
Yeah.
Way exceeding my expectations at least.
And a series like this early in the season is massive.
Radiant
Yeah,
are
especially
scanning.
against Team 91.
Yeah.
One of the top dogs.
Radiant's
You can
top
take them out
tower
down
is
early.
under attack.
Not only does it solidify your position, but it also, you know, potentially eliminate a very strong contender.
Sure. See him out coming over?
I'm not betting against the Beastmaster anymore. So.
Yeah, that might be the mistake that we've all made. They're gonna go through. They've got the Blade Fury looking for the finger. Not gonna throw it. Did before. And that was the Swift Slash used for the first time that gets the kill onto the
Radiant's
next
top
assassin.
tower
But it's
is
little
under
things
attack.
like that that do let T1 have some breathing room and maybe get more.
Yeah, they need to convert that into something else. Like, if they can kill the Nyx into maybe killing one of the important cores, that would be really
Radiant
good.
structures are
The way it is
fortified.
right now, the Nyx kill itself doesn't really.
Radiant's
Still
top
lost
tower is under attack.
losing it at least.
Dire's middle tower
I think the only
is
thing
under
that
attack.
Nyx kill does is he's usually your mobile ward. So yes, they'll go for the tower, but they might not go for the kills.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
again, like, all the
Radiant's
two towers
top
are gone
tower
now.
has
Yeah,
fallen.
and that's big.
Map is tiny for this tiny. Hehe.
Roche back up in a minute and a half.
Radiant's
KBB
top
built for
tower
that
is
tiny.
under
You've
attack.
got. Did he? Is he going for the Blink Dagger? He saved up 1,500 gold, so I assume yeah, he's going to go right into the Blink. But he's also got Basher queued up, Daedalus.
Are scanning.
Yeah, all sorts of items.
Yeah.
Maybe think there's 8 slots. But yeah, like this Radiant team is funneling the entirety of the net worth into Juggernaut now. Tiny is not really taking much. Omni, not really. So Juggernaut will have to carry this. And he will need at least one more item after the blink. So as you said, which is very lacking right now.
Yeah, it's like a one carry us all.
He's even taking the quiver because he knows he needs some more burst damage.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, like I was gonna say, it's got one carry all against probably 3 heroes that can carry this game for Omega.
Dire's
So the good
bottom
thing is,
tower
Sniper
is under
in this
attack.
game will never be able to survive an Omega. No matter
If they
what
get on
time it is. If he gets on top of him with the blink, he's gone. But just can he? That's another question.
It's gonna be tough. He's got the pike.
Yeah, and they got Hawk Vision. They got like 3 frontliners, as we said before. And even the Skyruff could like just pre-click a silence. You know, you blink in, get silence, you're gone.
Yeah, Mystic Flare when it's level 3. I mean, even now at level 2, it's doing so much damage. We saw it just blow up Carl.
Scary prospects. Double damage picked up by the Omni. So Roche will respawn right now. Will be the next point of contest here.
Smoke used.
Point of contention. Always want to widen our vocabulary. Oh, exactly. There's a lot of young people watching.
Smoke breaks. CML, he's up there, uses that Spike Carapace. Inkswell, 23. He's going to go through the Nyx Assassin. Goes in. Blade Fury right on top of him. With the finger being used, that's the full stack for Zephyr.
Oh, we have to be careful.
Yeah, now they got stuck in the 2. Soulbind comes in. Avalanche as well as the toss on a back. Who's going to come and go after Zephyr, but the focus is onto the line. The Omnislash is going to be used, but it's not going to be enough damage to get the kill to Sam 8. They'll look over as Cuckoo just gets that Guardian Angel off. They lose Zephyr, they lose Whitemon, but Whitemon, he doesn't have buyback. Zephyr does, and he used it. Cuckoo, he's gone. 50 seconds dead. Lion's gone too. Wow. That's a buyback. It did so fast.
Juggernaut committed the whole Omni Slash on the Centaur. He didn't even drop the half health. I feel like if you used it on the Beastmaster, the guy's dead, would be a much better target for them to actually be able to win this fight. But 4-1 trade, basically. Nyx bought back as well, sure, but they're getting another roll shot. I hate to be that guy, you know, but hold there, so there's no damage.
Who do you give this shard? Sammy.
Beastmaster is, I mean, not Beast, Sniper is.
He's already
got
got
it.
Nyx Assassin, okay.
What does that
God, it
do?
reduces
Oh,
the enemy
Vendetta,
magic
yeah.
resistance. Oh, Jesus.
Okay, sure, why not? 40k head now with that shard as well.
This is mine.
Moving at 536 movement
Dire's
speed.
courier has
So
been
T1,
killed.
ever since they added 23 Savage, they went into this 4 Protect 1 style.
I'll take that.
I'm not digging it, not liking it.
Yeah, it's a big difference to the play styles they have.
I'm not a big fan. Like, Dota is not played as a single core game anymore. We can see why.
It's not a Cuckoo here. It's not what I'm expecting. Primal Roar is going to be used. They already dropped the Mystic Flare. He pops the BKB. Inkswell full stack all the way out of the hands of Omega. But Sam H, it's okay. Like he wants that moment to just go in and flick stun. He grabs the stun. It hits on the 23. They'll follow it up with an Earth Spike. That lands under the Centaur. They'll use that switch on. That comes out. And that lands. CML's the only one who dies, though, to start this one off. Sam H then falls afterwards. Cuckoo and Zephyr are gone on the side of T1. Avalanche comes out. That hits on the back for a second. Does it send them back? Is this enough of a deterrent?
Seems so. They just want to play safe, wait for the support, wait for the offlaner because he's one of the more important pieces to really protect the sniper. And Omnislash is just off cooldown again. He's going into a Skadi actually, like... It's not damage.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough. I don't know if 23 can do it himself. And you were talking about how it's not single core. You know, you don't really benefit a lot from single core lineups. And I said at the beginning, Omniknight doesn't feel like a Cuckoo hero to me.
He's more on the scaly heroes like Legion Mana and
Radiant are
stuff.
scanning.
I still do hope that he
heroes.
changes his mind on the Juggernaut, because otherwise I can't really see a silver lining for them here. They're just getting more tanky on the Dire side. They're building into the Daedalus now as well. Once he has that, he's actually going to hit like a truck too. Or more like a poisonous mosquito, I guess. He's not poisonous, he's...
Poisonous mosquitoes?
Poisonous bee?
Maybe?
Poisonous octopus?
That's actually, those exist. I believe.
Covered my bases.
No, maybe I'm thinking of the jellyfish. I don't know.
You're
Yeah.
a pretty big jellyfish.
That is true.
13k gold lead now. Lotus all picked up on the Centaur. That means potentially go to Omnislash
Dire's
City
top
together.
tower is under attack.
Having a good party, a good rave all by themselves.
It turns into basically Dragon Ball Z.
Basically. For like a good
Where they
3.5
don't show
seconds.
anybody, and then they show up for a second, then they go back out of frame.
Just not the cool sound effects.
Yeah.
Dire's top
Beastmaster now
tower
Octarine
is
Core
under
picking up
attack.
means massive raw range. Raw now has a 26 seconds cooldown, by the way, because why not? I don't know why he has a level 20 talent that reduces the raw cooldown by 35. That is just ridiculous. It should not be here. It's like a 25 talent.
Yeah, that really is. I mean, do you want that or 30 board damage?
No, man. I think 30 ball damage is pretty damn valuable. But yeah, like... Beast will get a change soon, don't worry. The 10 damage nerf did not quite impact him.
Yeah, B came out today. Where is the C patch that shows that talent getting moved to 25?
Alright, they're smoking up. Okay, he went back into Crystallis. Let's go. There's some sort of damage now. But Omega, once again, prepared completely. Counter smoke.
In the right spot. Yeah. Oh, they find a sniper. That could be a big one to get rid of the Avalanche as well as the topping. Ain't slow on topping, but it's he doesn't go. 23. He's on the other side of the fight. He goes into the Nyx Assassin. They're getting the kill on the Nyx Assassin. They look over at Mac, but Mac's going to heal up, and that's just not enough damage. They got the kill on the crew. They take out the Lion as well as the Grimstroke. Omniknight bought back. 23 by himself. He's gone to Tino. They did not focus on the sniper, and he gets to survive. He gets the output, all that damage that he's been building. I don't know. That seemed not coordinated from T1. Yeah, not the way we've seen him in the past, that's for sure.
I mean, he's still at Aegis, so sure that kill might be a little bit risky, but if your team goes in, you gotta go in as well.
Radiant structures are
you gotta be on the same page if you want to mount the comeback.
Yeah, and that was certainly split.
Now Jug is there for a minute. They're probably gonna get 1 or 2 sides here without the Jug. No chance of killing them,
Radiant's
however.
middle tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Range of those axes, just barraging them at the force.
And there's nothing they can do about it. You can't jump him, you don't have your Jug, you want him to buy back on you. I guess you have to see whether or not they go for something more after the set of rounds.
Radiant's middle has fallen.
Yeah, they're probably going to choose to play safe.
Avalanche? That's forward for Tiny. Yeah.
The wall is already off cooldown, it's 20 seconds. I was so surprised by yesterday when it just got brought twice in like a minute. It doesn't seem fair.
You survived long enough to get roared twice, or did you buy back?
I bought back. And then I died the same way again.
Oh my god.
So Omega's playing it very, very calm, which is good. And no rush whatsoever. Sniper, Daedalus soon.
And that fight, the Roche pitch just wasn't even close. If there's no proper communication, these fights aren't going to be close. I want to say that there is an opportunity for T1. They win a fight and they get Roche. At the time he's lined up, that's your way back in.
They can still win. Like, a 6-slotted Juggernaut is still a damage monster.
Yeah.
If you can get there. If the game doesn't end within like the
Radiant's
next 5
courier has been killed.
There's a ton of support behind him. But you can see like the mentality of Radiant is very fearful, you know? Anything they see,
wait for your get out. Let me. Yeah, now that's been since the beginning of the game. We saw it.
You can definitely feel the pressure. Cool. Yeah, Omega will be able to make T1 feel the pain, feel the fear. It's pre-Daedalus.
Sniper really hasn't been. Blinking once again. Avalanche toss. Pomerore comes out, but he pops the BKB. They'll get the kill to see him out. Now they're going to look for more. BKB is going to run out in just a second. I swore he roared Carl there.
But it was gone instantly.
Yeah, like as the BKB came out.
Yeah, he didn't get heavily grazed. But he has a resistance talent that he didn't skill. So, yeah. I don't know what happened. I definitely heard him scream.
Scanning.
Yeah. So look at it after the game again. There's the Daedalus.
And a very manly Jug scream.
Relic? Okay.
Alright. Luckily not for the Beastmaster.
A Lion, here you go.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
That's a nice neutral to have.
What's the best for
considering the build?
Beast? Is it? I feel like Timeless Relic is better than Stealth Blizzard probably. Just to increase the damage of those axes, the raw duration.
God, he's kind of deep too. Oh my god.
Yeah. Timeless Relic.
Yeah. Timeless Relic.
And then Spell
Radiant's
Prism.
courier has been killed.
Not actually that necessary for the Dire team. I mean, always nice to have. Tiny went into a day. So right click Tiny got buffed a lot. Not magic Tiny.
Let's have
Magic
this,
damage.
this data is for Jug.
Oui.
Territory quote right there.
I mean, Juggernaut is still, you know, keeping that work high.
He's gonna pop again. Mystic Square with dropped, I believe. Soulbun comes in. It's an illusion over to the center. They're trying to get to the backlines. Blade Fury away, and it already looks like T1 want to disengage from this. Was he throwing the axes or looking for the Primal Roar? Either way, he doesn't get it off onto the Tiny. Carl escapes.
So the problem is, if Juggernaut commits, it's all in. Like, the entire team needs to follow up. He's not getting out unless he kills them.
I think the BKB was early, so now you gotta think about, can Carl survive? Can he do anything? Can he input to this fight? And the answer is no. So I think that shows just the good decision making from T1, but still, they're down 21k, and I mean, it's a decision like that that makes it possible for them.
It's a very hard, like, Jug game to make decisions this game.
Man.
Because as soon as you go in, as I said, you're committed 100%. Like, your team has to follow up. No big
Where
this time.
is Carl?
No buyback either. That's what. Beat the other position.
Yeah, okay.
Level on Schnipper.
Okay.
Sniper turned into machine gun guy.
Yeah.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
That's a good one to get.
They
That's
got
for sure.
promoted. Especially when you're teaching high ground, right? It's like the time lane.
Away. And home for T1 just yet.
Radiant's top tower.
I would
is
love
falling.
for him to just buy out, get all the damage he
Radiant's
can.
top barracks
At this
are under
point, it's the
attack.
only coming after.
Yeah, I don't think 2 lives is going to be more effective. He's hurt once again, and they got the stun. CML looking to make a jump and a stun happen. It doesn't.
Well, mistimed
They lose the
clip
main
after the
Rex.
Rex was gone. T1 is a little bit flustered here.
Is the 25 going to be enough here for Jug?
If he doesn't choose the health talent, could potentially make a difference. Plus 1 second Omniknight duration is quite potent. But the problem is Beastmaster has a very long range E-Blade now for that sniper.
Radiant
So even if they get on top of him, killing him is not going to be quick.
He's got his level 25 talent, the plus 4% wild axes damage and per stack.
Daedalus is finished now, so there is damage on it.
What is the damage going to come out? And he'll go to the Swift Slash. Blade Fury right on top of the Nyx Assassin. They get the kill on the Zephyr. They're going to take out the Lion. As well as this Green Stroke. Both supports are gone. Primal Roar is used. That's out on the Cuckoo. E-Blade thrown, tossed back. They're trying to save the Omniknight. The BKB, the Guardian Angel, comes in. And they will save these 3. They haven't brought back on their supports just yet. Trying to maybe draw Omega in. Double damage, has the extra range from level 25.
And
He's got Leveler. He's going to have Swift Blink in a second.
Yep. Looking good. Very good. I like that. I just got a max with that. Rocha is already gone.
Shaman has fallen to
This is the third room.
27k, 8k. Could be an Aghanim's as well. Unless it was refresh a shard. Centaur also got Aghanim's. I didn't realize that before. So minus 30% damage as well.
Radiant's top barracks are under attack.
Congratulations, you got damage.
I
Well,
got damage
now
reduction.
I've got damage reduction, yeah.
And I got an E-Blade. And I got all sorts of ways to mitigate your damage. Good luck dealing any.
He's going for overwhelming blink. Sniper. He's got his coming
Be
out.
careful. They found him.
They caught him. There's the stun. There's the kill. He does it. He's got buyback. But it's just not where you want to be.
I'm actually really impressed with Omega here, the way they play. Like, they don't rush anything. They play it very calm, collected. They always get the pick-offs before they start going high ground, so there's no split push coming in. They know, like, perfectly how to finish it. Like, we've seen so many teams in the past, even higher caliber teams struggle with that, you know?
Yeah.
Omega doing a very good job here.
This is a big check mark.
But once again, my trust in T1.
Radiant's
Breaking my heart
bottom
over and
tower
over.
is under
Pretty well
attack.
said on it.
Yeah, I think so too. I think it was only the cost they went for T1 for some reason.
Yeah. Moving forward, there's the blink as well as the primal roar. He's in between the tier 4s, and he doesn't care. That's wild. He's used the shard. He's got another primal roar ready to
Radiant's
go.
bottom tower is under attack.
Wow.
Had to use the refresher at least to get out, but was two buybacks.
Radiant's bottom tower has
And with the
fallen.
damage on 23. He's slammed up. Give it the air down. Primal roar. He's got buys back. They use the Guardian Angel. They're on top of this Centaur, and they might have the damage to get the kill, but it certainly takes a while. He does have buyback. He's going to TP right over to the outpost. Cuckoo trying to run. Rules up into the air. Hit with the impale. Lands on the Lion too. Center into that Soulbind. Sniper hexed on. Do they have the damage to get the kill here? He still has Aegis, so even if he gets this kill, I don't know how much it's going to be worth. Tino gets well. The Blaze Fury's there. 3 heroes dead. They're going to get one back from this Aegis. They got to come all out of the jug. They look over. Rolling sword stun again on the Sniper. There's damage and the kill on the Tino. They're looking forward, looking over at the Beastmaster. Matt trying to take it with the BKB. The damage just isn't enough. They just got back on Sam H. There's the Earth Spike from Zephyr. They locked him down. They killed him off. And he is gone for 114 seconds.
There was a ton of buyback expended for Omega here, and they still lose the team fight with an Aegis even. Now this is the sign that we all were looking for. This Juggernaut dealing a ton of damage with that Omni Slash and the talent coming in. Woo! A little bit out of position there from the Sniper because he wanted to kill the Omniknight.
Wow. That's game changing.
If Sniper is out of position, he still dies very fast. Now that leaves a lot of time for Radiant to get some building damage done. See it here
Dire's
again in
middle
the
tower
replay.
is under attack.
23 getting caught out, getting blown up immediately. Had to expend the buyback, but you just look at the Sniper position here. As they're going deeper and deeper, he's moving in, inching
Does he
forward.
blink in?
Dire's
I don't know how he
middle
ends up
tower
there.
has fallen.
They got the Grim Stroke. Nightmon gone for 100.
Dire's middle tower is
Make it
under
look easy.
attack.
And draw still up. 23 has to be careful here.
They're just trying to cut the creeps, but the tier 3 low, half health, all right. Jug doesn't have buyback
Dire's
for
middle
6
tower
minutes.
is under
He
attack.
needs to be very careful. Okay, so Refresher Orb, Octarine Core.
That's double roar.
That's like 3 roars in a fight.
Oh, 4.
Yeah, honestly.
What's the cooldown on it? Yeah, still 26. He doesn't have any cooldown reduction item. With spell proof, that goes down to almost 20.
Carl, caught. CML is here. There's the Refresher. Another Primal Roar. Oh, Guardian Angel was used.
Guardian Angel, it's all magic damage. Maybe didn't read the patch note.
Yeah, I mean, Carl's dead. He had a spree. For what it's worth, he was getting it done a little bit.
Yeah, he would definitely have to fight here,
Radiant
unless they
structures
are
are
fine staying
fortified.
against Mega Creeps. There's a buyback. That Sniper is just barraging the Rex.
Lion's Finger doesn't. Which I would love to see him get an axe.
Radiant
That's
bottom
7 stats. Like, it could be a game changer.
TB blink in on the Tiny, mounting to nothing.
Radiant's bottom
They
barracks.
just can't reach. Like, you can just tell T1 is very desperate here.
Can they defend against Megas?
They can, yeah. They can still got Belter and Jug. It's just, you know, pushing high ground against Sniper or Beast is
They
a
haven't
nightmare.
really even done that yet.
If this game is ever gonna end, it will be like at minute 900.
Alright, buckle in.
Yep, I'm ready. I mean, if it's gonna end in T1's favor. But
I'm still buckled.
I'm buckled in too. Maybe get to see minute 60 items. What could be game changing here? Fallen Sky for sure. A good old Pirate Head on a Sniper. Or Ballista on a Sniper, why not?
We've got 13 minutes. We got some time. It feels like this game has been that long.
Okay, look, man. Either the game's gonna end in like 3 minutes or 900.
So either the 50-minute mark or 900. And you know he's serious because he called me by my first name.
Hold down. 4k health Juggernaut. It's good that you're tanky. Can you deal the deeps?
Quick draw.
So far, the answer is no.
It's not rolling in the deep.
Definitely not. He's rolling in the health though. And again, this wouldn't be a problem if you had a second core. Take Fall Protect 1 lineups and pups, guys.
Quick draw.
Is Tiny gonna do enough here?
Nope.
Making 5?
I mean, it's a double take with Grimstroke ult, but
And finger ring.
or, you know,
Burst damage is there.
if Lion gets an axe in,
That's what I think he should do.
in 20 minutes.
But he got a shadow blink.
Look, the scaling is infinite on him, okay? If he gets 700 finger stacks, he's gonna be at 30k health.
He's got what, 7 now, so an extra 280. Sitting for
No, it's not 280, it's 490.
7 stack.
Yeah, for 70 per stack.
Say 280.
That's
I did
bonus
math wrong.
damage.
Ah, right.
I was talking about the health.
Right.
So once he's
I
on
was
20...
talking about something else completely. I completely just missed the mark on that.
Okay, nice. That's why we're careful together, you know? We're always making sure we take good care of each other.
Right.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was talking about the damage because I was talking about the dagon, double finger.
Yeah, but he needs an axe for that. Then you have the Grimstroke
That's what
ult
I'm
plus
saying.
double AoE finger. The my special.
Yeah. What'd you get? 6 stacks on that?
Yeah.
1
6
finger.
Was legendary.
Omega taking a lot of time. I'm a little surprised, but they could be waiting for the next Aegis.
Yeah, I mean, they don't need to do anything. Sniper still has a slot to go. Probably gonna wait for Roshan, which may respawn in 5 seconds if they're really lucky to respawn instantly. See how lucky they are.
Oh. Little song.
Not very lucky at all. 2 minutes 30. Or Juggernaut's Eagle song.
Yeah, and that's for the
which
slip
shop?
blink.
Bottom, right? You went to the enemy secret shop.
I don't think so.
Well, there was a swift blink on. That hurts.
Rock'em sock'em.
Because the swift blink actually adds a lot of damage.
Stupidity.
Right.
How much is it? So that is another 25 agi, 50 attack speed, and 50 damage to the loops.
They actually don't even have all 4 tier 4s yet on T1.
Yeah, they just can't get out of base to get them. I mean, this could be a valid winning strategy, you know? You wait till 160, get all the items, the enemy can't get them.
Rock'em
You
sock'em.
lose a fight somehow, Juggernaut gets the pirate head, suddenly you lose.
They press 8k.
Yeah, and the moonshot already in his inventory.
So he'll just buy the MKB, eat the moon shard.
Now the question is, why is he going MK?
Oh, God's sake. Way did you just do that? Break the smoke, make this difficult. Primal Roar, that comes out. There's the refresher. And he's got another Primal Roar to use. That's going to be used on a Cuckoo. They get the kill on a Whitemine as well as Cuckoo. They both are dead without buyback. And Omni, as well as the Swift Slash, both use to no avail. They've got the Nullifier as well as the Dagger coming through onto the Nyx Assassin, but they lose Zephyr. It's a 3-for-1. Nyx is dead for 115. We were fighting 2v4. And what is Tiny going to do? Look at the range coming in. They get the kill on the Carl, and it's 23 against the world. 4 minutes. 3 and 30. You're basically on it. Yeah, I would. Primal Roar. Alright, missed the pack. And he just gets blown up. All they have is the Grimstroke now, and Omega seal up this game.
Under attack.
There it is.
Radiant's middle tower
Gotta put a bit more energy in there. The outcome wasn't clear for like already like 20 minutes or so.
Victor.
Props to Omega.
Yeah.
I did not expect them